Hey everyone, it's Calvin. I'm back with another Q&A. I got a question from Anne this week. By the way, how do you like my new piano? It's white. I don't know if you noticed. You probably noticed. It's, I wanted the white piano instead of the black one. I really like this one. Do you want me to play it? I can play a little bit if you want. I don't know if I've played you this one. It's on my SoundCloud as well. Been gone for half your life. Have I been on just a bit of mine? You've grown up, you survived, while I've grown up a million times. Once this wall is broken down, you'll see the city I built for you. Oh, the city I built. Behind the stories that you know, there's a city I built for you. Oh, I built it all for you. That was me playing a song with my back towards the camera. Anyway, that's not why we're here today. We're here because Anne sent me a question. And her question is this. Hi, thank you for your emails. I have to admit that I'm thinking, how can I do this? How can I manage to make this happen? Does anyone need what I have to offer? I have problems believing in myself. I'm a very sensitive woman. I really want to help people and be my own boss. Living a good life because I deserve it. I guess my mind and thoughts are stopping me. And I am so with you. Aren't our mind and our thoughts just stopping us all the freaking time? Isn't that the truth? You know what? I started recording the Calvin Show back in January, actually back in December. And it was going really well for a while, and then it wasn't going so well, and I kind of stopped it. And looking back, I noticed that there are several reasons why I put it on hold. And some of them were good, and some of them were not so good. And a lot of them just comes down to stories, thoughts in my mind. I've been noticing a lot recently how my mind is spewing a lot of bullshit chatter all the time, and a lot of it is very fearful and very, very not nice, and like just very negative stuff going on in my mind. And you know what, I've been kind of aware of it for a while, but I've just recently noticed like a whole nother layer to it, like all kinds of things that I didn't even really notice what were going on. So with that, that's how it is. Here's what I'll suggest. Number one, if you haven't already, get a copy of Byron Katie's books. Her first book is the first one that I read is the one that's called Loving What Is. It's amazing. Get that book, but also I would say get some of her audio programs. There's a bunch on audible.com, and I've been going through like 8 or 10 of them in the past month. I first came across Byron in 2007, and then it's been like an on and off thing for me where I kind of forget and then I get back on it. And recently I just got in there with everything I've got. What Byron Katie teaches is to not believe in your thoughts. So it's two things. One is to become aware of your thoughts. And one way she has of doing that is to see how you're judging other people. because those are your judgments, those are your thoughts. So if you're judging other people in this way, then you will be judging yourself as well. And so that's number one thing, is notice what the thoughts in your mind are. And number two is to realize that they're generally not true, or at least you can't know with absolute certainty that they are true. But what you can know is that when you believe them, you suffer. And when you stop believing them, you actually feel free and light and easy, right? So, how can I do this? The thought is like, I can't do this. Is that true? Could be, maybe, but can you know with absolute certainty that it is true that you can't do this? No, you can't. But when you think that you can't do it, what happens? You get, I'm guessing that you get like, kind of sullen, you kind of collapse and you give up and you stop trying. And it doesn't feel good. It feels like shit, But if that thought wasn't even in your universe, it couldn't happen. Oh, I just realized that I'm not even wearing the microphone. How silly is that? Here's the microphone. It's on the table. I hope you can hear everything because I really don't want to record this again. Now I'm going to clip it on here. Silly me. Anyway, so if you couldn't think the thought, how can I do this? I can't do this. Then you would be free and easy and feel good, and you would just get to work on doing it. Isn't that true? Isn't that right? That's how it is for me anyway. How can I manage to make this happen? I can't manage to make this happen. It's basically the same one. Does anyone need what I have to offer? The thought is, no one needs what I have to offer. How does it feel when you think that? Oh, it doesn't feel good. It feels awful. Nobody needs what I have to offer. I might as well give up. I can't, there's no point in doing this and going on. But can you know that it's true that nobody needs what you have to offer? No. There's no way of knowing that that's absolutely true. There's 7 billion people in the world. There's not a single of those 7 billion people in the world need what you have to offer. That's very unlikely. So it's most likely a lie. So and it makes you feel like shit, and it makes you stop doing and offering what these people need from you. So what if instead you weren't able to think that thought that nobody needs what I have to offer? Then you would be busy figuring out who needs what you have to offer and how you can present it to them in a way that makes them want it, right? So go get Byron Katie's books. Get all of them, read all of them. She's amazing, I love her. And I feel like this is such a fundamental piece of everything that we do, is like, unless we get that mind chatter, I'm not gonna say actually not getting the mind chatter under control, because I don't think we can. Like, the mind is just gonna go make up thoughts all the time. It's what it does. It just blah, 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 blah. But what we need to do crucially is to realize that they're just thoughts, they're just stories, and they're almost always lies. They're false, they're not true, but they're causing true harm. So what you need to do is start to investigate them and then realize that they're not true, so that you stop believing in them. It's the believing in the thoughts that pop into your head that's causing the problem. And so it's that, like, slowing down and bringing awareness to that dialogue that's going on in your mind all the time, so that you can choose for yourself whether you believe in it and whether you're going to listen to it or not, and where you're going to let it run your life. So that is the main thing that I want to say to you. You need to start looking at those thoughts, because OMG, they will run your life if you don't. And they're not going to run it in any good place. This is so important. Nothing, to my mind, no other piece of work is as important as this. Like, really getting to grips with your thoughts. All right, let me see if there's anything else here. I have problems believing in myself. I'm a very sensitive woman. That's good. It's great to be sensitive. That makes it easier that makes it easier to help people, right? Because you can sense more. I mean, it's a different kind of helping. I'm wondering what's behind that. I'm a very sensitive woman. It seems like there's some story about because I'm sensitive, this, that, and the other thing. And those things may be true, but they also might not be true, and it's worth investigating what's behind that. Like, what is the thing with being a sensitive woman? Can you really know that you are a sensitive woman? And when you think, I'm a sensitive woman, how do you feel? And if you couldn't think, I'm a sensitive woman, how would you feel then? Is there freedom, or is the being a sensitive woman actually a stressful thought for you? So the key here is that every time a thought is causing you stress, every time you're feeling stress of any sort, it's only due to something that is uninvestigated and that needs to be investigated. So that is your job. I want to help people and be my own boss, living a good life because I deserve it. I wouldn't be the I deserve it is a little bit of a red flag to me, because I deserve it is very often a justification that the ego uses in order to do things that don't really serve us. Oh, I'm gonna eat this bucket of ice cream because I deserve it, damn it. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that. It just might not be what you truly want at the deepest level. So beware of what is behind the I deserve it. You can have it. You can have it. I know that. The only thing standing between you and having that life is your mind, is your thoughts. So, which is exactly what you say. The last sentence is, I guess my mind and thoughts are stopping me. Yes, they are. And it's not just you, it's everybody. It's everybody, oh my God. I've just been, like I said, I've just been noticing how much it happens for me. Another thing that I've noticed with this for me has been, I was just like, oh my God, this is an upper limit problem. Gay Hendricks talks about the upper limit problem in his book, The Big Leap, which is basically like once things start to go better, and then we get uncomfortable, and then we do something to bring ourselves down because of some deep, uninvestigated thought again about who we are. So for me, it's that I'm fundamentally flawed and broken, and I don't deserve good things, and so I will make sure that I knock myself down. And the other big one for me is outshining. Like, if I really do well and feel great, then someone else might feel bad, and I don't want that to happen. So anyway, that might be worth looking into as well. But do look at Byron Katie first and really dive in there, and make sure you get some of her audio programs, because she's amazing, and it's so great to hear her in person. She's so funny and so loving. And she reminds us that we're all innocent. We're all so beautiful and so innocent. There's really nothing to feel bad about, or to feel guilty about, or feel wrong about. You are beautiful, you are innocent, and yeah, you can feel amazing once you let go of all the thoughts that are causing you stress. All right, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your question, Anne. It's a pleasure. I wish you all the best. Much love. Bye-bye.